welcome to another fucking edition of Clobber in Time. Whew. Well, there are a lot of assholes out there. I'm just thinking of some of the good ones we can cover right now. What do you think of that guy, Ashcroft?
Yeah, fucking Ashcroft. Guy's got some serious fucking problems.
Yeah, this guy, trying to think of, well, I don't know. What can you say about a guy who's, you know, such a winner that he loses an election to a corpse? But that notwithstanding, I mean, this guy about has hit a point where he makes Janet Reno look desirable, and that's almost as, you know, twisted as making Sally Jesse Raphael look like I don't know, the penthouse pet of the month or something. But I'm trying to think what his first big transgression was, as far as I was concerned, was the fact that he went around and said basically that if you disagreed with any of the big badass policies that are being handed down by him and the Bush administration, that you were basically pretty much aiding and abetting the terrorists. Well, how about that? Anything you want to say on that?
Well, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about just kind of rings of absolutism to me.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy's absolutism on it just knows no bounds. I mean, I think it was last week I read something to the effect of, what the hell, did you read that? He was saying something about terrorism or something like that, or Islam in general.
Yeah.
I think he went back and said it didn't apply to most Muslims, but I don't know. It just seems to me as though this guy, you know, just tact and diplomacy are not his strong points, and I don't even fucking know, man. It's like this guy, could survival of the human race even be remotely in his agenda?
Probably only parts of the human race that he approves of.
Yeah.
Which would be a pretty small percentage of the population, I think. You know, well, there's a whole thing about he's all bothered by the statue of Lady Justice with, you know, their bare breasts and, you know.
Oh, I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, he demanded that the nipple be covered up with tape, which for one reason or another, you know, became an $8,000 piece of tape to cover the nipple.
Oh man.
You know, he's just
call the Pentagon.
Ashcroft is that fucked up about sexuality and the body and whatnot that he just couldn't handle the statue. You know, a statue that's been around for like 8 administrations, and he just couldn't deal with it because he's a turd.
Yeah.
Just look at him. Look at the guy. He looks like he's never had sex.
Yeah, he's, you know, just another classic example of a man who's just never had an orgasm and needs one desperately.
Like his mother, like, treated him in perhaps a very, very, like, twisted manner during his boyhood or something.
And she probably caught him whacking off and made him walk around for 6 hours with clothespins on his balls or something.
Yeah.
We're speculating here, folks.
Yeah.
We're punting. You know, this
Pure speculation.
This is not meant as any kind of literal kind of whatever.
Yeah, because we realize we have to spell that out for you fucks.
You know. Yeah. For all the morons out there.
Turd folks.
But anyway.
There's a lot of people to fucking clobber. I mean, let's just go right to the top, to the fucking president.
Clobber in time, folks.
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush. Where do you even want to start?
I think we should just clobber, like, we should just do a general, you know, a mass clobbering, because since September 11th, and that's like a cliche. I hate in of itself, you know.
Yeah, everything now is since September 11th.
Or since 9/11, that's even worse. 9/11,
911. You know, just
I mean, let's just face it, folks.
it's newspeak.
Yeah, yeah. It's like read the book 1984 and notice the parallels between what's going on with all of that. Just notice the similarities between what's going on in our country and the world now and that book, and you'll be horrified. So I mean, let's just face facts, people.
Of course, they'll be banning that book very soon, so.
Yeah, right. What happened on September 11th is not at all what it appeared to be.
We've heard a lot of interesting theories.
People need to stop and, you know, stop waving the flag and just kind of sit down and think for a minute and think about the big picture. Read some.
We know we're trained not to see that.
Find out who. If you don't know who Noam Chomsky is, find out who Noam Chomsky is and read some of his books. Check him out on the internet. NoamChomsky. He has a lot of interesting things to say about our country and foreign policy. Michael Moore, check out his movies and books. He's got a new book coming out, just about to come out.
Stupid White Man, isn't it?
Yep, Stupid White Men. Takes
and you get to vote for your favorite stupid white man.
Yeah, fucking A.
Yep. Reader participation, folks.
So, you know, don't just be dumbasses and just eat whatever shit's handed to you. Because that's all we're being fed is shit.
Eat lots of varied shit.
The American people are so fucking stupid and I don't know, the American people are just so fucking stupid that it's not even a challenge anymore to dupe them.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, you know, they ate it when Clinton wagged the dog. Now Bush is just wagging a really, really big dog.
It's the Cold War all over again. They had to replace the Cold War with something.
Yeah. Oh, it's more than the Cold War. It's the Crusades all over again.
Yeah, it's the Crusades and the Cold War and probably other things all wrapped up in one. Let's see the fucking, see the leopard for its spots, or see the forest for the trees.
Let's see the jism for the sperm.
But I don't think there's, sometimes I don't think there's a whole lot of hope, because the majority of Americans are pretty much fucking dumb.
Yeah. They're dumb, but at the same time they're willfully dumb. You know?
Yeah, it's like they're
Check
proud
it
to
out.
be stupid.
I'm proud to be stupid. Da, 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 da. I may get lynched for that.
That reminds me of something that's Lee Greenwood's song, Proud to Be an American. You know, it's made a big comeback since September 11th.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it doesn't make any sense, because you know how it says, I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm proud to be an American where at least I think I'm free.
But I mean, like...
I'm proud to be an American where at least they tell me I'm free.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just the words in itself, you know, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would make sense if he said, I'm proud to be in America where at least I know I'm free.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, I Okay, Lee Greenwood, grammatical genius.
Yeah, I mean, leave it to the country fucks. They don't know shit. You know, they're barely literate, most of them.
Yeah. But you know, as long as country will give us the occasional badass like Steve Earle, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Earle's like definitely an exception. I mean, there's good country out there. You know, Waylon Jennings just died. You know, that sucks.
Yeah.
David Allan Coe's a fucking badass.
David Allan Coe rocks.
Willie. You know, there's that outlaw country. Fucking definitely, he kicks ass. But I don't know.
Man, you still go pee.
This whole issue of patriotism.
Just maybe yammer till the eat me saber comes back on.
Yeah. I think it's been a big problem in this country is people's lost or warped values of freedom and whatnot. I think it's just been too long since the American Revolution.
Yeah.
You know, we're so many generations removed from that people don't remember. You know, I mean, I wonder, is it even taught, how much is it even taught in the schools anymore?
I don't know. I tend to think if Thomas Jefferson took a look at what was going around nowadays, he'd puke in 7 different flavors.
They all would, most of them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Hamilton was kind of an elitist. He'd probably like what's going on.
Hamilton would probably jizz in his drawers.
Yeah, but, you know, Aaron Burr fucking took care of his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But just think, you know, the founding fathers, George Washington warned against foreign entanglements.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, this isn't at all what they envisioned, in my estimation.
No. And you think about people like Thomas Paine and Patrick Henry, who were cantankerous fucks right up to the end. You know, it's like they were the ones who said they were just ranting long after the war was won, and ranting as the new Constitution was being drafted. And their peers and everyone looked at them and said, "Hey, what the hell's the problem here?" You know, it's just, it's okay. It's us now. We're in charge. It's us. I said, yeah, that's the problem. It's you. You're in charge. But I don't know. That being neither here nor there, you know, great architects of the Revolution, and where have they gone? Well, you know, they've all been dead for close to 200 years. But that being neither here nor there.
That's why I kind of support the Libertarian Party, because they seem like they want to get back to the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah, Abbey and LEMUR likes the Libertarians. The Libertarians are cool motherfuckers, you know. And
yeah, I voted for Harry Brown last presidential election.
Like, I don't know. You could do worse, you know. You could do, well, you probably and
did.
chances are, if you voted in the last election, you probably did worse.
I just couldn't bring myself to vote for either one of the two big turds.
Yeah, Gush and Bohr. And you know, everyone was so angst-ridden over the fact that they were counting up votes. Well, who the hell cares? Either way you look at it, a loser was going to get in. You know, just well, he would have been a winner. I don't know. Maybe all of America is the loser.
That's for sure. But people like Bush right now. He's just a cat's fucking ass.
Oh yeah, well you could just walk up to George and Laura in a restaurant and just kind of say hi to them and tell you whatever's on their mind, whatever's on your mind, you know, you know, they will pay you, or you will pay them to tell you what they think. Wait, what's the whole subgenius adage?
You'll pay to know what you really think.
That's it.
You get eat me now?
We need to get eating.
Eat me.
Eat me.
But sometimes I just fucking hate people. I just want to walk into the scene and start the fucking bloodshed. The words I've said a time or two in the past.
Reading the newspaper, that egg farting guy. Now that guy's got a point, but I think he's kind of a sissy because he's talking about the First Amendment and stuff. We don't need that. You know, you don't want to do that. If you don't like that, you just tell them to get off the air. They're just obnoxious, and you're right. It ain't good American sort of TV. It's not like Lauren Green and stuff. You just gotta take them from behind, and you gotta smack them, and you say, yeah, this is what you're gonna do. You're not gonna make that TV show anymore. Yeah, get down there, boy. That's the way we do it on the farm, and that's what's wrong with America. We ought to do things like you do them on the farm. You make people be what they want to be. I got this flag turned upside down because that's what's wrong with America. America ain't about no sissy First Amendment. It's about making people be what that being good Christians and being hard-working family people and owning SUVs. Forget about the Constitution. Who cares about that stuff? I say, it's about buying guns. It's about beating up small animals. And that, I was reading that thing about that Bob Ebenezer guy. He's kind of cute for an old fart. And, you know, he's right, them ABBEY and LEMUR people just causing trouble. And we don't want that kind of thing. We are the community. I am the community. We gotta make some kind of standards. We gotta, you know, we gotta catch them people and tar them and put feathers on them and cut their feet off. That's what'll stop it. You need to forget about all that Nancy-pansy sort of going to the mayor and the cat board and all that sort of stuff. We gotta buy some guns. Get some guns, we hunt them down, hang that motherfucker by the dreadlocks, and you know, beat up that woman with the red hair and, you know, a skinny, sticking the dildo down her throat and all that sort of stuff. That's not good family values. Them people they deserve something right out of the Bible. You know, back in the day, they used to take people like that and they'd put them, tie them up and throw them in the water, let them drown. That's what we need here in Fayetteville. We got too many sissy liberals and conservatives, you know. You got to take it in your own hands. That's what I say. So that egg farting guy and that enema nozzle guy, they're just a bunch of sissies. They gotta be tough, be a man. You know, I was listening to that guy on the radio the other morning, and I have a lot of respect for him. He brings on them UFO people, and you know, that animal nozzle guy, he's into them UFOs too. I think I was abducted one time. Me and, you know, Ray were out on the farm. We were pretty drunk. We were drinking that PGA and, you know, abusing the chickens and the wildlife and whatnot. You know, my daddy always said, I like virtue with farm animals, and anyways, the sky just sort of lit up, and all of a sudden, we woke up and it was 2 days later, and my butt really hurt, and I think somebody put something up in there and took me off into space and whatnot. You know, I think that's what's going on here. I think that these ABBEY the LEMUR people are from outer space because they're kind of weird looking. And I think maybe they abducted Mr. Enema Nozzle and that egg farting guy and that guy that does that morning show, and they somehow tormented them, and they tormented me too, and now it's time for us to have our revenge. I think we ought to catch them ABBEY the LEMUR people and grab them and bend them over and start smacking them on the ass and just say, yeah, boy, get down there, earn your keep.
Yeah, so what's up your ass about people these days?
I just fucking hate people because, you know, they're so negative and hateful. Oh, I don't know. I just lately I've just felt
People just fucking suck.
yeah, I just felt pretty misanthropic.
What good are you?
Yeah, you know, maybe keep your on hand to wipe my fucking ass. Garçon, here,
Garconi.
wash this. But, you know, I don't know, it's just like strangers, you know, I get, sometimes like, I had this feeling, I don't know when it was, or I can't remember where I was, but, you know, we went into Walmart and I just like, felt animosity towards pretty much everybody I laid eyes on.
Yeah, Walmart's good for that kind of
Yeah. But you know what, one thing...
Watch the Walton family march down our ass for that one.
Yeah, fuck the Walton family.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Waltons. I had a Walton's lunch.
Good night, John boy.
I had a Walton's lunchbox when I was a kid.
Oh, wow. So they
Probably worth a lot of money.
adequately portray like that thing on John Boy's face and shit.
I don't know. What kind of thing on his, I don't remember.
He had some thing on his face.
But no, you know, it's like, you know what, one thing that really irritates me about people is, you know, I guess I shouldn't be an ass about it, but I just get kind
Oh, please be an ass. Go ahead.
I get sick of people like coming up to me and asking me about my beard and my hair and shit, or my Confederate hat, and you know, it's like, just fucking leave me alone. You know, I don't go up to people and fucking ask them stupid questions about themselves and shit. It's like, you know, it's like,
You can ask me stupid questions, folks, you know, the home viewing audience, you know. You can please, you know, feel free to ask me whatever stupid questions you want, but, you know, I am going to demand a blowjob in return.
like the time we did that live show and that stupid cunt was like taking you to task about your dread.
I thought that was just kind of funny.
About it being, you know, a statement that's like
Well, it's
past
like-
its time or some shit.
Well, you know, I mean, where do I even start with that? I mean, first off, the whole thing, well, the 60s are like long over and all that, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of, well, it wasn't really anything to do with the 60s and blah, blah, blah. I know back in the 60s it was a political statement. It's kind of like, no, it really wasn't a 60s thing, and it never was a political statement. I think it was more of a religious statement.
Yeah, I don't think the
And,
Rastas didn't even have dreads in the 60s, did they?
No, well, I don't know if there were even Rastas in the 60s. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't even know enough about the history to say anything.
Well, that's
but
not even why you have
it's
them.
like, you know, it's like, well, dreadlocks used to be a religious statement. Now they're just a hairdo. Punk used to mean something. Now it's just, you know, kind of a limited form of music. You know, what can you say? Shit changes. But sorry to break all your hearts. You know, but one thing I've come around to really hating a lot is just people who will invoke fashion police in order to make in order to make alternative paths or alternative lifestyles non-valid. I don't know, I don't think I'm articulating that particularly well, suck my left nut, I'm not feeling real ticular right now.
Not very articulate.
Ner there, boy. Not at all. But, just, wow, that guy's got unconventional ideas. Let's trivialize unconventional ideas by invoking the 60s. Sorry, I was just a little kid in the 60s. I ain't got no stock on that. I don't hold that in my grocery store, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I hate that people accuse me of, I guess you could say, or people come up to me and talk to me like they think I'm a biker.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting really fucking sick of that too. Look, me and Kate were in the movie theater over in Rogers.
Oh yeah.
Back a while ago, and we were sitting there, and some girl fucking approached us, and she's like, "Excuse me." I don't remember. She's like, "Are you a biker? Or do you ride a bike or something like that?" And it was like, then I said no and shit. She went back like to her.
Tell her no, but I'll give you free mustache rides.
Yeah, right. I would have too. I would have showed her a thing or two. I'd take her to places she'd never been. But and she went back to her friends like
Baltimore.
Yeah, right. She went back to her friends, and it was almost like they had a bet that I was, a biker or not, or some shit, And it's just like, I don't know. It's just cheesy to go up to people and fucking bug them like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily want to be like unapproachable or something, but at the same time, just fucking leave me alone.
Yeah.
I've never even been on a goddamn motorcycle. I have no interest in them.
I've been on motorcycles, and they scare the hell out of me.
Yeah, I just,
I'm kind of weird that way.
I don't get off on shit.
I don't like
that.
snowmobiles either.
Yeah, I don't like four-wheelers really, that kind of crap. It's just fucking dumb to me. I mean, I'd have a four-wheeler if I had like a, I would have it in a utilitarian sense, but I wouldn't be hot rodding on the fucker and shit. But yeah, I don't know, just the bike, I get sick of the biker thing. Some chick even basically, like, I said I wasn't a biker. She asked me if I was a biker or whatever, and I said no, and she basically, like, seemed to have the attitude that I shouldn't look the way I look then, like, why do you look like that if you're not a biker?
Say rubric.
Yeah, right. Damn. The next person that asks me something, especially if they address, if they preface it with, can I ask you a personal question? I'm just gonna fucking say no. I think I will. I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah, I think from now on, unless it involves blowjobs, I don't know, there should be a moratorium on all personal questions from now on.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, the next chick.
Want to ask me something stupid, you gotta pay the piper, that's all to it.
Pay the pipe.
You gotta pay the piper and you gotta play my pipe.
Yeah. Play my pan pipe.
Yeah. There you go.
Maybe I should have, or I should like quickly, when someone approaches me like that, I could like, make a quick assessment of their person and ask them some fucking question.
Yeah.
I'd ask them, excuse me, I was just wondering, are you a proctologist or something? I mean, I see a little brown on your nose there. You've been looking for love in all the wrong places. I bet for a hobby you determine the sex of chickens, don't you? Chicken sexer, you know. Whatever.
Determine the sex of pomegranates.
Yeah. Pomegranate.
Pomade, damn it. Where's my pomade?
People ask me, you know, like, they'll see my, I guess they'll look at the Confederate hat and the beard and everything. They'll start asking me about reenactments and shit. I like to say, I said, no, I don't reenact the Civil War. I'm like actually fighting it. You know, I'm still, you know, keeping the fires burning.
Yeah, he's like that one lonely Japanese sailor on Gilligan's Island who still thinks the war's going on.
There's, you know, the Confederate thing is a whole nother thing that like people get stupid about because they, you know, they start assuming things if you have any kind of Confederate regalia, and it's not even. I mean, black people get bent out of shape about that, but I almost think it's like white people are worse about it. Because
oh yeah, well, white liberals get bent out of shape over 50 billion people who, you know, have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, right. You know.
Don't assume you make an ass of you and me. Don't assume, dork.
I think we should amend that. Let's make the ass out of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't assume, ass.
Yeah. It's like, you don't assume because you make an ass out of you, and then as far as me, I'll have to kick your ass or something. I don't know. So basically, you know, everyone can just go get fucked. That's bottom line. You smoke the ventilated meat pipe.
Hey!
Eat more tripe.
Eat more tripe, smoke the ventilated meat pipe.
You know, you can always get off quite nicely between the wrinkles on a Shar-Pei.
Things never heard in the AKC magazines.
Mm-hmm. More whispers in the bunkhouse.
Things never heard whispered in the bunkhouse.
That will at least be in the public record because, you know, this is important. Our image and our, as providing programming in the community is important to us. You know, and it probably is a good opportunity at this time to review all these things, these public service initiatives that we've just kind of, that have been kind of a legacy from the past.
And you ran I kiss my body down. My head touch the ground. It's no stop for me. It's no stop for me. It's no stop for me. He said, it's no stop for me. I said, say goodbye to your things. Say goodbye to the rest. Be close to yourself. Be a piece of meat. Be everything you can. Take them bags away. Take me with you. Take the prisoners out. This is a nice garden. This is where I belong. This is the place of supper. Let me take you with me.